Well, hi Capricorns, welcome to Quickie Tarot. It's time for your June reading already. So let's get started. Let's find out what's happening for our Capricorns in June, please. What is going on for our Capricorns in June? Wow, really coming out here. Capricorns in June. There you are, Capricorn. In June. Got a lot of cards on that shuffle. And I do believe we have enough to get started. More than enough. Okay, let's take a look at these. See what's going on here. My goodness. Okay. So, Capricorns, the overall energy of this reading surrounds a whole reading. You feeling lonely? Huh. The Five of Pentacles surrounds this reading, and it feels like you're feeling lonely, possibly even rejected, sort of like left out of things. Let's read on. Let's find out what this is all about. Up here in your highest energy, the Two of Swords, blocking, not wanting to see. It's like have an ostrich with your head in the sand, not wanting to see it, not wanting to deal with it. And it's right next to this Four of Wands. This is the Four of Wands is that special connection. You have a special connection here. There's commitment involved, but you're not wanting to deal with it. You're not wanting to see it. You've been feeling lonely. What's going on here? I need to read on. Next to the Four of Wands, we had the Fool card. This is rushing into things, leaping, taking that leap of faith. But finding yourself close to the edge of a cliff. So it's like, leaping into something without thinking it totally through. I think that's how this reading is starting. And it is a commitment. It's like there was a special connection. Someone came in. See the 1111? This is a spiritual card. 1111, Four of Wands. Two people. Celebrating. Coming together. But it's like taking that leap of faith here into a relationship, but not seeing the red flags, not wanting to deal with the red flags, just doing it because it felt right, it felt good. Under the Two of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords again. This blindfolded, both these. Look, and all those swords. This figure is just an illusion. Okay, the Eight of Swords. This is the feeling of being bound, the feeling of being trapped, the feeling of not being able to see what's going on. But look, the feet are not tied up. The mouth is not tied up. You can scream for help. You can walk right out of that situation. You can use your feet to take off the blindfolds. It's not how it seems. It's not how it feels. You feel like you're trapped into something, but you're not. And that is the point about this card. It's like you don't want to see, you're kind of blocking seeing that you have choices. You don't have to just stand there and feel this way. You don't have to. It's right next to this card of loneliness, of the feeling of rejection. You don't have to be in this energy. It's kind of by choice, or you just don't know how to get out of it. It feels like there was an end to a relationship. You got yourself into this energy here, and you've been trapped by it, but not because it's a card of illusion, but you've been feeling trapped by it. You've been not wanting to deal with it. You have not taken the steps to actually deal with this energy. We had the Five of Swords, because see, this is under the Fool card. This is walking away and looking back at the ones that got away, the ones that, you know, you're standing upright, okay? You have all your swords. That's on the other side of that card of illusion here. Okay, so you feel trapped in this energy, the loneliness, the sadness, the feelings of rejection, because you keep looking back. This is actually how you are, okay? You have all your swords. You have their swords. But you keep looking back, and you keep reliving it. You keep reliving it. You moved into it too fast. That's what this is saying. Without paying attention to the red flags, and now you're suffering the consequences. We have the Seven of Cups here under the Eight of Swords. And this is confusion. Confusion in love. What's happened is, and that's a lot of choices also, but it looks like you've been dealing with this devil energy. The devil energy, which is toxic. There's 3 people in this picture, not 2. Somebody else came into play in this relationship, and it left you out in the cold. So all this confusion about love, all these love choices, the choices became toxic to your relationship. We have the Seven of Wands under the Five of Swords, looking back. This is outside. This is like opinions coming in here. This could be the toxic energy coming in and just blocking it. But I think this is more about blocking other people's opinions, blocking the truth, blocking, it may not even be the truth. It could be the toxic energy here, could be lies. But I think there was a third person, because it's next to the Seven of Cups. And so just, you know, blocking dealing. You're not dealing with it. You are just staying in it. Not dealing with it, staying in it. Then over here, we have the Hierophant. So this commitment here, this is the card of Taurus, by the way. So we have Capricorn, we have Taurus so far. And we are doing your Capricorn reading. So you are in the picture, but you know, it's next to confusion in love, blocking dealing with this issue. So the Hierophant here is about traditional values and morals. You know, dating, getting engaged and getting married, and then, you know, buying a home and having children. Very traditional. It's next to the Seven of Wands. So that this outside influence that's coming in here, that you've kind of been blocking other people's opinions. I think you've been warned, or somebody was telling you, because you're blocking here too. You're blocking. That there was something going on. You didn't want to see it. You didn't want to deal with it, and you're still not dealing with it, even though you are lonely and feeling left out in the cold. We have the Judgment card here right above the Hierophant. The Judgment card's about a spiritual lesson. You're wondering what it's all about? It's a spiritual lesson that you have to learn so that you can move on to better things. It's always for a reason that you're learning a spiritual lesson, and they're hard. They're usually very difficult to learn. We had the Empress up here right above the Judgment card. This is who you are. So part of this is becoming you again. So this is where you need to get back to. This is you. Lovely, male or female. If you're a parent, you're a good parent. You're kind, considerate, thoughtful, loving, forgiving. Lots of great qualities. You're a very good person. A beautiful person. But, you know, you need to get back to this before anything else, anything good will come along. And I think you are going to get back to that. Otherwise, I don't think it would be here. As what else? For Capricorns, please. What do they need to know what's happening? What's going on? What can they expect? Are they going to get through this in June? Are they going to get through this? Oh, good. The World card. Okay, let's see what we got here. Get moving. I'm running late. All my readings are running late. Okay. Yeah, you're kind of stuck on this. See, you're dwelling on it. But I was going to get married, and you know, we were going to live happily ever after. But you know, the security and stability was not there with this Four of Pentacles here. We have the Seven of Swords next to the Judgment card, and right above being stuck in this energy, there's that sneaky behavior. It is definitely about a third party situation, I would say, with the Seven of Swords actually showing up. It's part of your spiritual lesson. I think it's how to be you, how to be you strongly, and not put up with this kind of stuff that brings in this bad energy. So we have the Nine of Wands. This is bad energy. That, I mean, well, it's not. It's being at your wit's end. So this is like being done with it. You're so done with it. So you got to get to this point before you can get to this point, the new life cycle. So this is what you need. This is where you're headed. This is what you should be striving for. The King of Swords is above that. Truth and clarity and protecting your own truth. Putting that sword up and saying, this will not happen to me. I do not want this energy in my life anymore. I am moving on. I'm entering my new life cycle as me, the Empress. Not letting that sneaky behavior back in. Look, you still have a sword. See, they didn't get all your swords. You learned before they got all your swords. So this spiritual lesson you are going to learn. And you are going to move into a new life cycle. So that was your reading, Capricorn, and thank you so much for watching Quickie Tarot.